Hey, I'm Mary Ellen from Tools to Thrive Today, and today we're talking about something I think you're going to recognize immediately. I want you to do something for me right now. Just think back over the last 24 hours and count how many times you said sorry. Not for anything you actually did wrong. I mean the reflexive ones, the automatic ones. The sorry, can I ask you a quick question? And the sorry, I just wanted to say. And my personal favorite, sorry, am I in your way? When someone else walked into you. I caught myself doing it recently. I was at Trader Joe's, standing on my tiptoes, reaching for a box of cereal on a top shelf, when this guy pushed his cart right through the space where I was standing. I stepped back and said, out loud, to someone who wasn't even looking at me, "Oh, sorry." He didn't even glance up. And I just stood there thinking, what exactly did I just apologize for? Existing? Being in a store? Having short arms? And something about that moment stopped me cold. Because I do this all the time. And I have a feeling you do too. Here's the thing about the apology habit. It didn't start in a grocery store. It didn't start last week. For most of us, it started a very long time ago, usually somewhere in girlhood. We were taught to be considerate, to not take up too much space, to smooth things over, keep the peace, make sure everyone around us was comfortable, even if we had to make ourselves a little smaller to do it. And somewhere in there, apologizing became a reflex. Not a choice, a reflex, like blinking. You don't decide to do it. It just happens before you've had a chance to think. I think about the messages most of us absorbed without realizing it. Don't be too loud. Don't make too much fuss. Don't be too much. Be easy. So we learn to pre-apologize, to get in front of our own existence before anyone else could do it. The really tricky part? It worked. People called us thoughtful, considerate, easy to be around. So the habit got reinforced over and over for decades until we couldn't tell the difference anymore between genuine consideration and reflective self-erasure. So what does it actually cost you? Because if there's a little social nicety, fine. But I don't think it's just that. First, it costs you credibility. When you apologize before you've done anything wrong, you're teaching people around you to see you as someone who is in the way. You're not, but you're saying you are, and people believe what you tell them. Second, it costs you your own confidence. Every unnecessary sorry is a small vote against yourself, and those votes add up. After a lifetime of apologizing for your presence, it starts to feel like your presence actually requires one. And third, and this is the one I really want you to sit with, it costs you your own permission. Every time you pre-apologize for having a need, a question, an opinion, a feeling, you're telling yourself that you don't really have the right to those things without first making them palatable to everyone else. That's not politeness. That's a habit that has quietly been chipping away at your sense of what you're allowed to want, to ask for, and to take up space doing. And this is what I find really interesting and a little heartbreaking about all of this. The apology habit and the permission habit, they're the same habit wearing different shoes. You've been waiting for someone to give you permission to start, to speak, to take the leap. And meanwhile, you've been apologizing for wanting to. Both of them come from the same place. The belief that you need to earn the right to show up fully. You don't. But you do have to unlearn the part that thinks you do. So what do you actually do with all of this? Because just stop apologizing is about as useful as just stop worrying. Thanks. Tried that. Didn't work. Never does. Here's your practical start. First, just notice. For one day, count your sorries. Not to punish yourself, which is easy to do, just to see. You cannot change a pattern you can't see yet. And most women are genuinely shocked when they start paying attention. Second, when you catch one, ask yourself one simple question. Did I actually do something that needs an apology? If yes, apologize sincerely. That's not what we're here fixing. But if the answer is no, try swapping the language. Sorry, can I ask you something? Becomes, I have a question. Sorry to bother you becomes, do you have a minute? It will feel strange at first. That strangeness is the old habit, noticing that you started to change. Third, and this is where the real work is start paying attention to where the apologizing is covering up for something deeper. Are you shrinking because you're afraid of asking for too much? Are you pre-apologizing because somewhere in you, you still believe you're an inconvenience? Those questions are worth sitting with, maybe even writing in your journal about. The blog post that goes with this video goes deeper on the research because yes, there is research, and yes, it's exactly as validating as you'd hope, plus a few more practical tools for when the sorry wants to come out and you want to give it something better to do. The link is below. Here's what I want you to take away from this one. The goal is not to become someone who never apologizes. The goal is to save your apologies for the times they actually mean something, for the moments when you have genuinely caused harm and the words I'm sorry carry the weight they deserve, because those apologies matter. The reflective ones, just water them down. You are not in the way. You are not too much. You don't owe anyone a sorry just for showing up and wanting things and taking up space that is yours. If this landed for you, if you're sitting there thinking, oh, I can definitely do this, I definitely do this, I want to hear about it. Come over and find us in the Thrive Hive and tell me, what did your count look like? Where do you notice it happening the most? We're all learning this one together. I'll see you there, and I'll see you in the next one.